Welcome to first part of presentation on Unit 3 Phase Control Rectifiers of the subject Basic Power Electronics. Myself Sanjit Kumar Singh, lecturer in Electronics and Telecommunication Department at Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology, Bandar East. In this presentation, we will see the first two topics, that is phase control parameters, firing angle alpha and conduction angle theta. Then second topic is single phase half wave control rectifier for R load, resistive load, RL load, and the effect of freewheeling diode when we have the RL load. This unit has been allocated 14 marks and the course outcome is to use phase control rectifier in different applications. These are the unit outcomes, 5 unit outcomes expected from this unit 3. So there are DC voltage requirement, DC power requirement, particularly in industries, industrial equipment, or for running large DC motors from the AC supply or charging batteries. So in these applications or in electrochemical process, we require large power, we require large DC voltage that cannot be obtained with, that cannot be controlled with the use of conventional diodes. In conventional diodes, once it is reaching the, once the voltage, supply voltage reaches the forward breakover voltage, then 0.7 volt, that is, it will turn on and thereafter it becomes uncontrolled. So in order to control the phase, we have this phase control rectifiers. The phase means at what instant the SCR is turned on will determine the output voltage, rectified output voltage, magnitude of it. So what is firing angle? The angle of sine wave at which SCR is turned on is the firing angle. This angle is measured from the instant SCR gets forward biased to the instant it is triggered, turned on. Alpha varies from 0 to 180 degree. When, so what is the effect of this alpha? When we have alpha is equal to 0, means at the very onset of positive half cycle, if it is fired, then we have the complete positive half cycle as rectified output, and therefore we'll have the V out as maximum. And when the firing angle is 180 degree, that means V out will be almost 0 and it is a minimum value. So alpha is inversely deciding the output voltage. Conduction angle is the angle for which SCR remains in the conduction state, that is theta is equal to beta minus alpha, where beta is the extinction angle. So if the SCR is turned off at this instant at 180 degree, then 180 degree is the extinction angle, and beta minus alpha is the theta, that is conduction angle. So here we see we have more rectified DC, average DC, as compared to the second case where firing is delayed. And in this case, the SCR is not turned off at this 0 crossing 180 degree, but it continues to conduct due to the large inductive load connected. It will have energy stored in it, and that will force the thyristor to remain in on state till it dissipates the energy, and therefore it will conduct in to some degree in negative half cycle as well. So this will reduce the overall load voltage, because this is negative power flowing from load to source. Now types of phase controlled converters can be single quadrant, where it will be operated in the rectification mode and power will be flowing from AC source to the load, making use of SCR or the diodes. Or second, we have the two quadrant of converter, AC to DC converter, where it can be power flow can be in both forward direction as well as in reverse direction. In forward direction, it is working in rectification mode, and In fourth quadrant, it is operating in the inversion mode where power flow is reversed from output to the input side. And in four quadrant operation, the power flow again is in both direction. Now let's see the single phase half wave control rectifier. It has one power device thyristor connected to a resistive load, and this is the supply from say single phase supply given by Vm sin omega t. So this is the supply voltage waveform. During the positive half cycle, the SCR is in forward blocking state till the gating pulses arrive. The moment gating pulse is there, applied to the gate of a SCR, it is turned on, and thereafter it follows the curvature of the supply voltage. Output follows the curvature of supply voltage, as well as the load current also follows the same, with Vm as the maximum output voltage and Vm by R as the maximum current. And when the SCR is turned on, the voltage drop across the SCR is ideally 0, and when it reaches the pi, that is 180 degree, due to this negative voltage or reverse biasing of this thyristor, anode side negative and cathode side positive, it is turned off naturally by line commutation. So this is the reverse voltage that gets supplied across SCR, and again at this instant it is in the forward blocking state, and when the second gating pulse is arriving at the gate of it, then again it starts conducting till this 3 pi. So this cycle is repeated as long as the gating pulse will be received for the positive half cycles. Rectified output is obtained for the positive half alone. That's why it is called half wave control rectifier. The output voltage, average voltage, can be given by Vm by 2 pi 1 plus cos alpha. Similarly, load current will be Vm by 2 pi by R 1 plus cos alpha, and power will be the product of RMS value of voltage and RMS value of the output current. Power factor will be the RMS value of output voltage by RMS supply voltage. Here graph shows the variation of average output voltage with respect to the firing angle alpha. So for half controlled, it is in the first quadrant, whereas for full controlled, it is in first quadrant as well as fourth quadrant. Here we have simple numerical where we are given the supply voltage in RMS as 230 volt and 50 hertz as AC supply and firing angle as 60, and asked to calculate the average load voltage. So we can calculate the average load voltage as VLDC is equal to Vm by 2 pi 1 plus cos alpha, substituting the value of Vm and cos alpha as 60 degree, we get 155.178 volt as the output voltage. Now second circuit, here we have for RL load, inductive load, single phase half wave control rectifier with RL load. So this is the circuit arrangement. Here we can explain the working in three mode. In mode 1 we have from 0 to alpha. So here 0 to alpha, it is the positive half cycle of the input, and during this mode the SCR is in the blocking state, that is it is in off state, and the voltage across SCR gets developed as the supply voltage increases, and moment the gating pulse is arriving at the gate of SCR, then it is turned on and it follows the curvature supply voltage. So this is the second mode, when gating pulse is applied and the SCR is forward biased from alpha to pi. From alpha to pi we get the rectified output voltage. Then third case, and moreover here in this case we can see the current is slowly increasing because current lags in the inductive circuit. The supply voltage, with respect to supply voltage, current lags, or we can say it is slowly increasing the current. So it will peak at some instant and thereafter it will decrease, and the moment it reaches the alpha, here the SCR is not turned off, but it is forced to remain in on state and dissipate. This is due to the energy stored in inductor that will force this thyristor to remain in on state, and it will dissipate the energy and then get turned off. So at this beta it is turning off, SCR is turned off, and the reverse voltage minus Vm peak value gets applied across the reverse biased SCR and the cycle repeats. This is the output voltage equation. V output average voltage can be represented as a Vm by 2 pi within bracket cos alpha minus cos beta, and load current similarly will be I0 is equal to Vm by 2 pi r within bracket cos alpha minus cos beta. So what is the effect of this inductive load is that the conduction angle has increased. In resistive load, the SCR stopped conducting at this 180 degree or pi radian, but here it is forced to remain in on state. So the conduction state has increased. So now here this is beta minus alpha here, and that is more than the resistive load case. Now here we have the third circuit where we are making use of freewheeling diode across the RL load. So with this freewheeling diode connected, here again it can be operated in the first quadrant only, and there will not be any current going negative side. Load current will not be going negative side, and therefore there is more output voltage. The energy stored during the positive half cycle is dissipated in the freewheeling diode through this path, and therefore we have more or less constant load current. Output voltage can be given as Vm by 2 pi 1 plus cos alpha as in the case of resistive load, and average load current is Vm by 2 pi r 1 plus cos alpha. So what is the advantage of freewheeling diode here? Input power factor is improved, load current waveform is improved, load performance is better as energy is flowing from source to load only, not from load to source, and as energy is stored in inductor is transferred to the resistor during the freewheeling period, overall converter efficiency improves. So these are the references for further studies. Thank you very much. In next presentation we will see the 3-phase and the center tap transformer M2 configuration of phase control rectifier. Thank you very much.